Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm so stressed out right now. Nicotine. Guys, I'm very stressed out. I feel a little bit panicked right now because today would typically be a Tattoo Tuesday, but it's not. And it's not gonna be. I made the extremely difficult decision to stop Tattoo Tuesdays, but it does come with a but. There is a positive to the story. Don't kill yourself just yet. Tattoo Tuesday will always be a thing on my channel, but as of right now, there really isn't anything else that I've got left to do about tattoo, and that means that Tattoo Tuesday is currently, I guess you could say, delayed. I still will do Tattoo Tuesday videos whenever there's something to make a video about, but as of right now, I've done, guys, it's been literally 2.5 years I've done, or maybe even 3 at this point. I've done everything there is to do about tattoo. So it's just for now, just to stop the stress of it all, because like I am stressing out every single Tuesday, and it's just becoming to be a burden rather than actually like enjoyable for me. I started Tattoo Tuesday because I genuinely loved it, and now it's got to a point where I feel like I'm just under a lot of stress trying to think of ideas to make any kind of a tattoo video. So as of right now, I've just made the conscious decision to just stop it until there's something to make a video about. So from now on, Tuesdays are just going to be regular videos. Oh, I need the ciggy again. I'm stressed out. It's not a real cigarette, just so you know. It's just a pretend one. Sometimes I like to play make-believe. You guys know that. Speaking of playing make-believe, check out the bling. This is my new look. I'm rocking bling from now on. This is a chain I've had for years. I got it fixed recently. The clasp on it was broke, and I just wanted to get it fixed and live my new bling life. And this is a very thick, solid silver chain that I'm rocking. And yeah, I'm just covered in bling. Like, everything about me is bling now. So I'm just experimenting because I figured out the secret to the internet, guys. With the internet, you don't necessarily need to be successful. You just have to look successful. Shh, you didn't hear it from me. Anyway, guys, enough beating around the pussycat. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about a weird experience that I had just a couple of nights ago. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I've done this thing. I've told you guys this many times before, but I've never had one quite like this. I wouldn't even know what to call it, whether it's like a sleep-deprived hallucination or some kind of weird, like, sleep paralysis. I'm not really sure. I've heard sleep paralysis is like awful. I've never personally like experienced it to the extent that some people have experienced it. It was definitely hallucination, but I don't recall not being able to move. In fact, I moved very fast because I jumped myself awake. So a few nights ago, I went to sleep. Everything was, as far as I know, pretty normal. I don't remember. It's not like I take mental notes of everything that I do before I go to sleep. So I just went to sleep. It was just a normal day, and I woke up in the middle of the, well, it was actually pretty early hours of the morning, but it was still pretty dark outside, and it was just dull enough in my room, light-wise, that I could just see, like, I could just see things in the room. And I woke up, and standing at the foot of my bed, I've told you guys that I sometimes see people, and it is like it's a very common thing that people have. It's like a sleep deprived, or like your brain is like awake, but it's also still half asleep. So it's taking things that are not necessarily real, like hallucinations of people, but it's applying them to what your actual eyes are visualizing in real life. And it can be pretty scary. Like, I've seen people in my room. I've seen like the nun. It's crazy. Like, I've seen a lot of weird things, even heard things before too. I've told you guys that. Like, I've heard a woman calling me sir. I've heard a little girl singing to me. And yeah, I just hear a lot of weird things. However, this one was pretty different, and it was scary for 2 reasons. I'm not a fan of dogs. I'm not a fan of big fucking like monstrous evil-looking dogs like pit bulls, Dobermans, Rottweilers, like all of these big fucking meaty dogs that just look so scary to me. I was attacked by a dog multiple times when I was younger, and ever since then I've just always had this fear of dogs, but those ones especially just look so scary to me that I just don't like them. So this is a very scary encounter for me to have anyway, because not only was it a dog, but it was like, I instantly recognized the type of dog that it was, and it wasn't like a small dog. It was like a Rottweiler's head peeping over the top of my bed, but it was like literally 3 or 4 times larger in diameter to an actual Rottweiler. Like, it just looked, and to me, it's like, at first I thought it was like a demon, because it literally looked like a demon. It was just a black head of an animal that was just peeping over. But when I became fully awake and fully conscious, I realized what it genuinely looked like, and it was like a Rottweiler's head. And it made me think, like, maybe that's what demons look like. I've heard they have, like, the head of a lamb, the head of a ram. I've heard, like, a lot of things, like the goat's head, that kind of things. Like, there's a lot of weird thoughts. Like, even Anubis had, like, a coyote's head or something like that. So there's a lot of weird things that just kind of went through my head in that split second. I genuinely woke up. It wasn't a dream. I woke up and I seen this big, large, like, it was like that big, but it was like the Rottweiler head peeping over the foot of my bed, looking directly at me. And it's caused me to go into a panic. I jumped up. I freaked out. I think I freaked out genuinely because I thought it was just a huge dog was in my room. It was only later I started to question, well, I mean, it did look a lot like what I would imagine a demon to look like, just this big, bulky beast with like the head of a dog or something like that. So I started thinking maybe I saw a demon, but it wasn't like an actual thing. What it was just there was a bag there, a black bag, and the shape that it was in, I mean, I tried to recreate it later when I was like awake and conscious, but it just didn't work. But I could see how I thought that, like, you know, when you can kind of see the shape of it, but it literally, like, when you wake up, you can see facial features on it and everything. Like, it was pretty scary. Now I think about it, it's pretty funny, but it genuinely, like, in that moment, it scared the crap out of me. Like, I jumped up, I panicked, I turned on the light, and I just freaked out. I guess, like, my biggest fear was, like, I don't even necessarily think demon crossed my mind at that point. I just thought I was convinced there was this huge beastly dog in my bedroom, and it freaked me out. So yeah, there's another one to add to the creepy list of weird things that I hallucinate in the morning time. I know this is a pretty short video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, and yeah. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and as you know, I have been re-uploading videos from my Mike's creation channel to this channel, because that channel's kind of abandoned now, I guess. I just haven't found any use for it yet, but the videos on there, some of them are really good, or I wanted them to be in like playlists over on this channel, so I just decided to re-upload a few of them, and I have one more re-upload, which I'll probably do tomorrow, and then we can get back to the normal videos. In fact, I actually want to do reaction videos to movies, which I've told you guys about. I'm still trying to figure that out, because there is like a lot of like, I'll talk about it in another video, but there's a lot of problems with it, with like the copyright stuff. It's a very dangerous genre of videos to make, being a reactor to movies. It's just very risky with like copyright and stuff like that. Like, there's such a fine line between what's acceptable and what's not. But don't worry, guys, I will figure it out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out and chase your dreams.